workshop, and today we are going to start with Flexbox. And I've told today Flexbox, and then today I will do CSS Grid, so that you get all the things from beginners to advanced, and those are the things which you require to create layouts and awesome layouts. And I'll also tell what to do after that, what to learn after this. So this is all theoretical part. How to practice those Flexbox and Grid skills, I will tell that also. Okay, so with this, and again the attendance, as I will tell it here only. So attendance will be taken at the last, again with a new Google form. So attendance will be taken at the last. So those who are watching it from LinkedIn or some other platform like YouTube and all, please, or Facebook, please do come to my YouTube channel. It helps the channel to grow also, and it also helps it also give you access to this Google form which I gave in the chat, but somehow my streaming thing, it doesn't send it to your LinkedIn and Facebook and all this. It only send it to YouTube and Twitch. Twitch, I don't even watch what is Twitch going on. Twitch stream is going on and all those things. So please do watch it on YouTube. It helps the channel also grow. And please do like this video so that it can reach more people. And please do subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. And please do subscribe with other ideas also if you're not done that. And as you know, that is a part of the internship details which I have told yesterday a lot about that. This is all graded thing. So if you complete this whole week, you get a certificate of CSS beginners to advanced that adds 100 points to your tally. And beside that, there are other things also you can do to get more points. And the competition is heating up, but I can see. Okay, so as I told, attendance will be taken at last. So let me share my screen. As I've told, we are going to look into CSS Flexbox, and it is a very good way. Hi, Prasan. It is good to see you here daily. Okay, so we are going to see CSS Flexbox, and it is the best, one of the best way to apply this CSS. Okay, so I have shown a way of CSS floats also, and floats is there from 1995. It has got a lot of issues. Floats has got a lot of issues, and the issues that you have to do clear fix and all those things we have to do. So those are not a good thing to do, and floats doesn't have that much facilities that CSS Flexbox have. So we're going to see that. And Flexbox was released in 2015, and it has taken the world of CSS by a storm actually. So it is like that. And then here, so we are in the same folder and all, and I will give the GitHub repo for this, or the git or zip link for this, because a lot of people were asking that they don't know GitHub, they want the zip link. I'll directly give the zip link on day 5, so it will contain everything. So let me come here, and new folder I'll do, and Flexbox 1, I'll name it Flexbox 1, because I'm going to have totally Flexbox folders. Okay, and then I have to open it with VS Code. VS Code, yeah. So VS Code I'll open, and as always I'll use the easiest way, which is to drag it. I can do it to terminal also, but I generally don't do it in terminal in this session. And then index.html I'll do, and I'll have a style.css. So both of these things I'm going to have. And then okay, so here like this, and Flexbox 1, all right, and I'll link the CSS also, link the CSS also, and have I have this div of class of container, and it has got some boxes like box 1 to box 10, all these things it is having. And let me right click and open it with live server. So it will open it live, so and it will show like this 1 2 3 5 6, because all of these are div. Hello Mohit, okay, hello, hi everyone. Okay, so this will show like this 1 to 10. It's nice to see audience, means repeated people are coming every day. It's nice to see everyone is really want to learn CSS and all those things. Everyone want to be a web app developer, and in 1 month you'll get all the things which you require to be a web app developer, and 3 months you will be a web app developer. Okay, so that is like this. Then the I have linked this style.css. So I don't want it like this plain, like this 1 to 10 is coming. I want it to have some styles. So I will have some basic styling also here. Hello Ananta. So this basic styling also I will have, and here I will have a box sizing of border box, the first thing. So this I have told in the previous class, the border box you take, then the padding and the border are not included. By default it is content box. So this is how we work in real project. And then but this box I'm taking a style for it. I'm making the color white, font I'm making it a bit larger, text align center so that it can move to center, and a bit of padding I'm giving. And each of the box I'm giving a different color. So good evening, Somsekhar. So I'll come here and see it is been shown like this. Hope it is not enlarged. Yeah, it is not enlarged, so it is been shown like this. It is shown like this. Okay, so 1 to 10 is there. So now Flexbox is used for the layout. So how it is used for layout? And Flexbox is always given on the parent element. So there is a parent element known as container, div of container, and there is other this children element of box and all those things we have. So I will do there here, and I'll come here and dot container, and I'll just give a display of flex. Just give a display of flex, and maybe a border also, so that we can see where it is. Border ipx solid black. I'll give save it. So see how this is looking. So the moment I give display flex, the div have changed. So I had div have all moved to the top, means all moved one after the another. So they are moving all from the left to right. So this is how the div has moved after I have given a display of flex. Okay, so this is how it will look. Display of flex, and I have created a border also. So besides this flex, we have something known as inline flex, although we are not going to use that much. But I want to tell that because it is there. Inline flex, if I do, see the border itself becomes small, only this much is there, and in that it was going through the whole thing, whole row it was going. So that is the difference. Okay, so let us come back to the display flex only, and now we are going to give a height of this element. So there is another unit of measurement which is known as VH. So I will give 100 VH. VH means vertical height. So 100 VH means the whole screen. So it is a very good unit. It will take the whole screen. So whatever is your, so if you are using a 14-inch laptop or 15-inch laptop or 16-inch laptop, it doesn't matter. So it is like this. It will take, and see it will going till the end. It is going till the end. So this is known as 100 VH or vertical height. So by default, Flexbox, what happens? It is direction is row. So Flexbox have different directions. So one is row, means it is from left to right. So when you give a flex direction row, it has got a main axis and a column axis. So main axis is from left to right, but we can change it also. So main axis is from left to right when the flex direction is row, and this is the default. We don't have to give it like mention it, but we can mention it also, like flex direction is row. I'll do save it, so it will not change anything. Okay, but we can make the flex direction as column also. So flex direction as column also I can make. So now it is top to down. Now the main row have changed, so the main axis have changed. And main axis is now top to down. So top to down is the main axis. Okay, so that is like this. And now what we are going to look, we are going to look into flex, something known as flex wrap. Okay, so let me revert this back. This flex direction I will not give, so it is direction like this. It is be there, it will be there. And now I will take each of the box. So we have a box class also for each of the box. So I'll take that dot box, and I will make it having a width of 300 px, width of 300 px. I'll do save it. So see, it has expanded till completely, but it is each of it is not 300 pixel, it is very less than that. Why? Because 300 pixel into 10, there are 10 items are there, is 3000 pixel, and this is not even your 120 80 pixel, this wide width is, because generally a computer screen is like that much, and then I have a wide screen, then also it is not more than 1280 pixel. So this is, anyway, this is not 3000 pixels, so something is wrong. So nothing is wrong, actually Flexbox divides whatever space it is getting within itself. So it is dividing it, it is not getting that into consideration that I have to make it 300 pixel width of the each of the item as 300 pixel. It is not taking that into consideration. So now I want that to be taken into consideration. I want each one, the that width to also come into play, and I want the width to be 300 pixel only. For that, what I can do, I'll come here, and the height I will go and I'll do a flex wrap of wrap. I'll do flex wrap of wrap. I'll do, and see, like this. So now each of them is 300 pixel, each of them is 300 pixel, 300 pixel, 300 pixel. And the last one, the fifth one, was not able to fix here. So it has gone to the next line. So it is like that. Okay. So how to fix it is, we can give something like 33.33%, so that anyways it is going to make 3 only. So it is going to make 3. So it is going to fix it. Okay. So that is how we can do it, fix it. Okay. Okay, so that is done. Now it's all about flex wrap, and now we are going to learn about one of the very important thing, which is known as alignment and centering with Flexbox. So let's do that. And okay, I'm going to use a different one here, so that or I have not told them anything here. Okay, I will use this one only. So display flex is there and all is there. I will remove this thing. I'll have a border, but I'll have a border. It will again show like this, it will. So we have different properties for alignment, and the best place to see the alignment properties is going here and searching as CSS Flexbox. So this is a, and always search for the CSS strict article. So I'll go to the CSS strict article. So what it is about, so it is about all the, means it, you can refer it as a shortcut or something like that, you can refer it. So all this flex direction on all these things, so nice pictorial representation it have got. All we are going to learn about all of these things. So here I am, and here I will do the come back here, and container I'll come, and then justify content. So justify content, so we are going to look into justify content first. And if you go to this CSS strict article also, so justify content, it means we have something like this, we can align align this thing, whatever the items are there, we can align it like this, we can align them along the main axis. Along the main axis, this is a very important term, along the main axis. So justify content I'll do as flex start. I'll do, so it will not change anything, because by default it is flex start only. I'll do as flex end. It will all move to the end. So this is how powerful Flexbox is. Flex end I have done, and it has moved to the flex end. So then I can do the center, and all of this thing will be moved to the center. And then I have got space around also, and it will have a bit of, see, all of them have moved to have some spaces around it, and even this have some space. So this is space around, so like space around, we have a space between, space between. So space between this last, there is no space there, space between, there is last, there is no space. Space between is like that, and then there is space evenly, space evenly. So these three are there, space evenly, everything is spaced evenly, everything have a equal space. So this is space evenly. Okay, so one more thing is that if as I've told, this justify content is like it do it along the main axis. But in Flexbox, what happened, we can change the direction of the main axis with the flex direction command. So if we change that, then the justify content thing also changes. Okay, so we'll change the direction now. And for that, box is okay. Box I will make a bit small actually. Font size 30 pixel I'll do. And then here I'll come and I'll do it justify content as flex, and I'll do, and border is okay, and then the flex direction as column I'll do. So flex direction column I have done, and but I want the height as 100 vh, so I'll do a min height as 100 vertical height. 100 vertical height I have taken. So vertical height taken, so it is like this. So I have done this flex end. So see, now it is moving from top to down. It's moving from top to the, everything has moved to the end. Flex end, it has moved. So this is like this flex end, and then the, as always, the flex start, it will move to the start. Okay, then center, I'll do it as center. Center, it will move to the center. It will move to the center. Then all those three properties are also there, so we'll do that. Space around, we'll have space around, space between, we'll have a space between, and space evenly, it will have a space evenly. Okay, space evenly, it will have a space evenly. So this is all about it. So now we look about align item. So align item is along the cross axis. So by default, if flex direction is row, cross axis is top to down. So align axis, it is actually the opposite of justify content. Okay, so to do that, box I will make again as 100 pixel. Okay, and then here I will remove this. I'll remove this and remove this also. It's okay, save it. And so it is like this. Again, stretch again, it will be like this. 100 vh I have done. So I will do align items. Now we'll look into align item. Align items is stretch. I'll do, by default it is stretch only. Okay, by default it is stretch only. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a flex start. I'll do flex start. So flex start, it will see everything has moved to the start. Flex start has everything has moved to the start. Flex end, everything will move to the end. Line items center, everything will move to the center. And now last thing is that I'm going to show something known as, if you come to align items here, they have something they don't have all those space between and all those things. They have something known as baseline. So baseline, you are seeing what is happening, all the text are in the same line even if you have a different size. So this is what we are going to see and how we are going to see here. So align items, maybe I'll do it baseline, but let us change the height of each one of the boxes. Height of each one of the boxes I'm going to change. Let me copy this and we'll do a font size of 30 pixel. So everything, the font size I'm changing. So 30 pixel, I have to next 60 pixel, 90 pixel, 120 pixel, 160 pixel. So I'm giving it a nice way, 180 pixels, so it will increase and then it will decrease. It will be shown very good. Actually, you will see that it will be looking very good. So 120 pixel, 90 pixel, last one is 60 pixel. So this is like this. Save it. So see, Now how it is looking, and there is a baseline here. So all of this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 9 9, it is sort of the same, the text is at the same line, so that's why it is known as a baseline. So this is what it is about. Okay, so now I will create a different thing. Okay, because it will get some different values and all, so I will have something different. Flexbox 2, index.html, style.css. So about this thing I will have Flexbox 2, again I will have those 10 containers and all. Box sizing is border box. Default properties. So I will open it with live server, and it will show like this: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Like this it will show. Okay, so now again we will come here and do the dot container as display of flex and border of 10 px solid black and height of 100 vertical height. So it will show like this, and if I give the dot box of width of 33.33%, so it will cover up all those things. So and but it will cover, and I want a flex wrap of wrap, so it will cover only one of them. Okay, so now we will use the we'll see the align content property. Okay, so I have removed this, I think. This is Flexbox. So Flexbox is very small. Grid is a bit long, so it takes 2 days. And Grid is something which is also layout technique. And this both of these things, you go in any startup, they use this one. Nobody uses Bootstrap and all. So don't even try Bootstrap and all. You want to use Flexbox, slide and hover, slide and hover. Flexbox and slide. And I didn't got you. A slide, how you can use it as a slide. Flexbox is a layout technique, just like float left and all. Okay, so it is a layout technique. So what we are going to learn, we are going to learn this align content now. So how to use this align content? Align content is when there is extra space on the cross axis, we have align content. Okay, so this we are going to come here, and the container is like height is there, and then I will do align content of flex start. I'll do, so everything will move to the start, because align is always from the top down. It is always, it is done when there is some extra space, and align then end. And I'll do, it will move to the end. Then center, I'll do, it will move to the center. All of this like this. And we have other things also like this. Space around, we'll have the space around, space between, we'll have the space between, and space evenly, we'll have space evenly. This is like this. Okay, space evenly is like this. Okay, so all these things are there. And okay, so I will also give the attendance sheet right now, because Flexbox is a bit small, and maybe we will end in the next 15 minutes. And I will also tell what to do next. Means yesterday some Som Shekhar was asking, means what we should do, means how we should practice. I will tell that also. Okay, so this is the theory part. We have to practice this by making website. But there is another better way also. I will tell it at the last. Mark your attendance here. Okay, so I have given the attendance link, so you can mark your attendance there. Okay, so now the next thing is we are going to do is there is something known as align self. We can do this. There are individual properties also are there. So like this, individual properties, where is it? So like align self, the individual property is known as align self. So we can add one of them. So it is like align items, but for an individual. So individual, a child, it is there. So we'll come here, and this is all okay. And then okay, not make the height here. Height is okay. And I don't make a flex wrap box, it okay. Align items, I will give items is flex start, I will give. So everything will move like this. Let's start now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to increase the size of some of them. So maybe the dot box to padding bottom is 200 pixel, box 2, box 6, 20 pixel, and box 9, it is 300 pixel. Save it. So see, I've increased the padding. By padding, I've increased the size of it, so it can look different. So it is looking different. Now what I will do, so there are align properties are there. Okay, so I will make it as align self. So align item, by default it is flex start, but I can target the individual ones as I'm telling. So flex, and I'll do flex and, so see, it has moved to the end. And align self flex start, I'll do. So it will not move anywhere, so because by default it is flex start only. And the last one is align self and center, I can do center, I can do, and it will move to the center. So this is how it works. Okay, so this is done. We are going to look into another individual property now, individual property, which you can see here, and that is a very powerful individual property, and that is known as flex. The property is known as flex, and it's very important in Flexbox to know the individual property. So this property is also like this. It applies on the children. So this box 1, box 2, 6, 9, I have applied it on the children. So that is also an individual property, and for that actually I'm going to use a different VS Code now because that is a bit different again. So let us do that, and it's box 3. index.html and style.css. So both of these I have created. I've done. Now I'll have this all emojis and all I'll have. Emojis and all I will have, and then again here again I'll have this box sizing and all I'll have. Okay, so I don't want this many box sizing. So I will open it with that server and it will show me like this, all these things it will show. So let us go ahead, okay, and do that individual properties. So as usual I'll come here and do a dot container and display of flex, and it will move everything to one line it will move, and then so okay, in one line it will move, okay, but there is still a bit of gap is there, a lot of space is there. So what we can do here, so I will choose an individual item. So box is an individual item, but this class is everywhere. So I'll do the dot box, I'll choose, and there is a property known as flex of 1. Just this property I'll give flex of 1, save it, and it will distribute the free space. So it does only one thing, it distribute the free space equally among the items. Whatever the flex item is there, flex 1, it will distribute it equally. So because there was some space, so it has distributed it equally and everything is looking equal. But we can do like this. I want someone to have more space. So what I'm going to do, the box I'm doing flex 1. So this box 2, I want it to have more space. So box 2, I'll choose box 2 and I'll give it a flex of 2. Flex of 2 I have given. So now it has got twice of space as all the other boxes. So what it is doing, so whenever there is some free space is there, and it has to be distributed, and if everything has flex 1, so everything will be equally distributed. But if something has flex 2, that free space which is remaining, twice part of it will be distributed in that. So twice part of it was distributed here. So this is all about it. And now what is there, actually if you can see here, the flex, it is flex is a shorthand for flex grow, flex strings, and flex basics. But in production project also you'll see that people generally use it as flex only. But then also I will show what is there individually how it works. Individually also we can use all of these three: flex grow, flex strings, and flex basics, and how it is there. And for that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to decrease this thing because we are going to see it with 2 only. So I'm going to decrease it, and here everything is okay. And display flex is there, flex. So box, let me take it as, so there are only 2 boxes. So one is box 1 and one is box 2. So box and box 2 are there. So box 1 I have taken flex 1, but actually the flex 1 is a shortcut for all the 3 properties we have seen, which I have told. 110, it means 110, it means that flex grow is 1, flex shrink is 1, and flex basics is 0. It is a short form for this. Okay, flex one. So we can use all these properties individually also, as I've told. So what I'm going to do in the box one, first we'll see the flex basics. Okay, so this is like flex basis is, it is given pixel. So what is this? Pixel is 400 pixel, and this flex basis I will take as 300 pixel. So it means the default size of the element before the remaining space is distributed. In simple term, it means the default size of the element. So default size of the element is means one is taking as 40. Instead of giving width, we are giving this. So but it is meant like this: default size of the element before the remaining space is distributed. Alone it doesn't do much thing, but it just uses width. But then there is another thing known as flex grow. Actually, that is the most important thing of the flex property. Flex grow, the flex grow I will take it as 2, and here the flex grow I will take it as 1. So what does this flex grow means? Flex grow means how to distribute the space between item when there is a lot of free space. Flex grow 2 and flex grow 1 I have given. So when there is a lot of free space, so the first item will take twice the space, and the second item will take once the space. So this is like, simply we were doing that flex. It is like that only. So flex grow means that. Flex grow is the main property that I was telling in all of these three. And then there is another thing known as flex shrink, and it is the opposite of it. Means it is flex shrink, and flex shrink I'll take it as 5, and this flex shrink I'll take it as 1. So why I've done this? So flex shrink means the proportion, it is the ability to shrink when the space is less, and it comes into play into mobile view. Here it is seeming like this only, but in here if I see now, this 1 is smaller and 2 is bigger, because shrink is 5 and shrink is 1 here, so it will shrink 5 times more, and this will shrink only 1 time. So that means that, so I've done it intentionally, I have done it opposite. So in the mobile view, 1 is smaller and 2 is bigger, and here also means 1 is like 1 is bigger and the 2 is smaller because of this flex grow. Okay, so this is about it. And actually we completed all of Flexbox, and the Flexbox theory is only this much. But as I promised, I will tell you what to do to have a good knowledge in Flexbox. Okay, so Flexbox, there are two ways to learn anything. Means Flexbox also. After this, I'm going to tell you Grid. That is also, there are two ways to learn. So one way is to go through. There are very good games in Flexbox, also, and Grid also. And a lot of people have heard about some game like the Flexbox Froggy, but that game I don't recommend. Recommend another game which is known as Flexbox Zombies. So this game I recommend, Flexbox Zombies, because Flexbox is like, it is, it, you might see this as easy, but it is not that much easy. You have to practice and practice, then only you can do it. So go and register in this game. I think GitHub or something it will say, and complete all of it. Complete all of the chapter, all of the 12 chapter. You have to complete. You have to come, and it has got some nice cool animations, and it has got a storyline also. All of those things are there, including it has got your good sound effect is also there. So this is an award winning game to practice Flexbox. So it is something like that. You have to code something like this. The crossbow is the best weapon, so that we have LCD screen. So go ahead and fire it. So how do we fire it? By typing display flex. See, I think the music is also coming. So display flex is done. I have gone to the next level. So I can go to the next level, and now the flex direction. So there was something known as row reverse also. Flex direct. So it gives hints also in the early phases. Flex direction, and it explains also what is there. Row reverse. So it is like this. So now you can go to the next. So like this you can go and do it, and it is like, what is a column? So as I've told, column is from top to down. So it is like that. Flex direction is column. See, you all will enjoy this game. Is really cool, and you learn Flexbox in this way. So this is one way to learn, and the other way is to learn through going to another site is there, which is known as Front End Mentors. So Front End Mentor is a very cool site. You just go here, you just register it, and you go to challenges, and you'll find a lot of challenges. And this is like the real challenges. Means what happens when you work in an industry like industry? What happens? There are designers are different and the developers are different. So front end design, so designers, they will give you some PSD files, what which are known as Photoshop files also, or nowadays they give it in Figma. At the end of the day, it is something like a JPG image they will give, and you have to create a website out of it. You have to create a website out of it. So how to create it? So this site is very good, and it has got all these challenges, front end mentor, and you can filter by newbie maybe. And then if you go, so all of these things are there. So you have to create this and all of this, and all of this I, in my boot camp, I, there also I tell my students to create all these things, and on their own they create it. I review it, and all those things are there. So you go and create all those things. And how to proceed and all, means first time you cannot, you don't know how to proceed. So if you click anything, they give us all those things. And I have a lot of front end mentor videos also. So first you should see some videos. So what approach you should take, how you should think, because you have to think how to create this div content. Is the first thing is that you have to create a skeleton. So the skeleton needed to be created. So that how you need to do. So that is something which you have to understand, which you have to learn. And on my YouTube channel, okay, if you go, I have a lot of front end mentor videos are there. Okay, front end mentor playlist I have, I think. Yeah, I have a front end mentor playlist. Okay, I have a front end mentor playlist, so it's better. Okay, so this whole playlist is there. So I've got a lot of sites here to create it, and just go through them and create those sites so that you will get a hang of it, how to create those sites. Okay, so I'll paste it also in the chat. So go through that, and Somchaka, you go through this, all this, and then try to make front end mentor on your own. Don't depend on my this only, but first for 3 4 you create it through that. And i I use a mix and match of Flexbox and Grid. So some people only use Flexbox for all the videos. I use a mix and match because I love to use both of them, Flexbox and Grid, and I use both of them. And that is how you should also use it. You should just not use just like Flexbox you're using. So some people are very strict. "Oh, I will use Flexbox and I use Grid only." Flexbox is smaller than Grid, but it is also useful in a lot of circumstances. So practice, practice from and and mentor. So practice from this front end mentor. Okay, practice from here, and you will, okay, all of this playlist is there, so you can practice from here. All of this playlist you can practice, and then you can do it on your own. How to do it, what is the process, and all those things I've told in these videos. So you can go through it and you can practice it on your own. And a lot of people have those who have not filled the attendance form, please fill the attendance form again, so that your attendance is there, and you will get those 100 points, and which is will be counted towards your internship challenge which I have. Okay, so a lot of people have done. Okay, that's good. Okay, so let me also paste the those who are attending for the first time. I am giving an internship challenge also, though. So those who do this completely, they will get there are two free sheets through my March boot camp, which is starting from 1st March. Okay, so that is there. So that is training come internship opportunities of 4 months internship opportunity. Okay, so that is like this, and it is there. If you want to see, you can see it. And as I've told, Flexbox is a bit small and all. So I've done with today's, and hope you like this stream. And we'll see tomorrow. We'll see Grid, and Grid will take time. Grid will take 2 days, as I've told. And then also I will tell you what to do next, so that you can practice CSS, CSS. So This is actually developers find it very difficult because you have to practice a lot CSS, then only you can use it. Is not like JavaScript that okay, the programming is like this. It comes with practice only. You have to practice, and you can complete the front end mentor site at least 10-15 challenges. It will add to your portfolio also, and it will enhance your CSS skills also. So try to do it from my side, from my YouTube videos first, then on your own also. So that is how you will become a very good HTML CSS developer. And as I've told earlier also, only HTML CSS developers are also there in the industry. A lot of companies, I teach a lot of people to become a web app developer. If you want to become a website developer, HTML CSS is more than enough. But then that pay scale is also less. So I don't recommend anyone to become a website developer. I recommend everyone to become a web app developer. So with this, I will end today's stream.